This is a brief walkthrough of the Digital First Curation Tool. This is a web-based tool, so you would follow the link provided, and you want to make sure that you use the Chrome browser for this. And there's the link that you would click into your Chrome browser, and it would bring you to this location. Up here in the top, you want to make sure that your Curate button is over to the right in blue. It's probably not going to be when you first open it up, so you want to make sure that you click on it and bring it over to the right. And then you would be given specific assignments to look up, and you would find them with these drop downs. Like probably you would be given uncurated and maybe a specific source like BuzzFeed or something. But however you're told to fill out these drop downs, then you would click Get over here, which we're not going to do right now because we're going to work on this particular record here. So once you have your first record up, you would want to click this pencil icon. That's going to allow you to edit the record. And the first field that we want to make sure that we have filled in is title, which this one looks fine. 99% of the time you're not going to do anything to the title field, but if, for instance, this was a web episode and the episode title was actually up here with title, you would want to move that episode title portion down here to the proper field. Again, most of the time you're not going to need to do anything at all to the title. This one is perfectly fine. If the type here said web episode, then it's required that the episode title would be filled in as well. But this particular example that we're looking at is a web clip. The next thing we want to take a look at is the description, which is down here. And this description is fine. It's brief, but it does tell you what the web clip is about. So there's nothing to worry about here. It's absolutely fine the way it is. There might be some descriptions that you see that have a lot of links in it or a lot of nonsense, and you'll want to get rid of that stuff and just keep the part of the description that is an actual description of the clip. The next field we need to worry about is duration, and as you can see we have all zeros here, so we're going to need to fill in duration. That's required. So how we do that is we go to the reference URL down here and we click on it. And that's going to bring it up, the clip that is in question here. And you don't have to watch the whole thing to find the duration. All you have to do is click on it, mute it, and pause it, and then take it back to the beginning because you can see right here that it's 55 seconds long. And that's all you need to do. You don't need to watch any portion of it to determine how long it is. Now there are some clips that will show you like 00 out of 55, and that's how you determine the length in those cases. So this one was 55 seconds, so we want to fill that in. And over here on the left, there's only one other field we need to worry about specifically, and that is the genre field, which is right here. And it's already filled in with entertainment. So you can add more if you want, but entertainment does pretty much say it all in this case. I'm going to add celebrities as well because it's a clip about Stephen King. And if it turned out that the suggested genre was wrong, how you would get rid of it would be with this X here. You would click that X and that would remove it. But we're fine with celebrities and entertainment for this particular clip. Over on the left side, we're done. So now we need to move over to the right side where we have a tab for entities and another tab for keywords. So the one that's up here is entities, and there has been nothing suggested for an entity. So we're going to need to fill in at least one. So how we do that is you will be provided with another link to go to, and that is this link here. So up here in the search box, you would search on Stephen King in this particular case. And I cheated, I already had it up. So as you can see, the very first one is a wiki page. So that's the one you want to take. You want to highlight that, copy it, go back to your curation tool, click plus, and then where it says GID up here, that's where you want to paste in your wiki number. Then for title, it's just the subject of what you're pasting in. So Stephen King. And you want to be sure to fill that in because otherwise it's not going to show on the other page when we get back there, you'll see. And then it defaults to accepted down here. So the status is accepted. So you want to hit submit. So now we have the entity of Stephen King added. And as I was saying before, when we were in that little pop-up box, if you hadn't typed in Stephen King here, all we would have is the wiki ID number, which would not be very helpful. So you want to remember to type in the name of the person or the name of the movie or whatever as you are filling in the wiki number. Now, we don't really have anything else to go on here. It does say loved the It movie, so you could add, technically you could add It, the movie here if you want to. But other than that, we really don't have a lot of information here to add as entities. So I'm going to move on to keywords. And for keywords, again, nothing has been suggested. You will find some assignments where keywords and entities are suggested, but in this case, nothing was. So a keyword is any kind of phrase or word that somebody else would possibly be looking for or would want to be linked to. So let's add at least movies. And again, it's going to default to a status of accepted, so you don't have to do anything there. So movies is one. I'm also going to add stories because it says in the description Stephen King stories. And I'm also going to add, since it's Stephen King, I'm going to add horror. And that's all I can think of. Movies, adaptations maybe. I'm going to go ahead and add adaptations here. So now we have 4 keywords, and as you can see, they already have a status of accepted because we added them manually. And so we have 4 keywords and 1 entity, and we have completed the curation of this particular web clip. So I'm going to click submit, and it's going to move on to the next record. And that is your brief tutorial on the curation tool. Thank you.